Welcome, everyone. This is Viz from Dead Talk Live coming with you today with two very special guests. Tonight, we are joined by Wesley and Sarah Hale. Now, they have both been whisperers on The Walking Dead, and we are very honored to have them with us tonight. I want to thank the both of you guys for joining us. It is truly an honor to just the work that you do, well, as we can see with the masks behind you and your appearances on these shows. We're going to get to all that stuff. And I just want to say thank you so much for agreeing to be on our show. So, how are you guys doing?
Great. Thanks, yeah, we're doing awesome. Yeah, we're doing awesome. Thank you for having
Uh,
us.
no problem, no problem. It's our pleasure to have you. And as you guys can see there on the screen, let me actually center it some more so the people on Instagram can have a better view. I have your contact information, and that'll be very important for you guys later on, and you'll see why. And so let's just get started right away. Let's just start with The Walking Dead and how you guys got on the show.
Um,
Anyone could go first.
well, my wife, she got into background acting first, and she kind of got me into it. I've always been into film and stuff like that, but she got me into it. She got a couple gigs first, and then she told me I should look into it because I was wanting to get into the production side. And so to see what it's like to be on a set, that's what she recommended, is trying background. So I put in for a few different gigs and I didn't get anything. And then all of a sudden I got a call while I was at work asking if I'd be willing to be a new survivor. And right away I knew exactly what they were talking about. Now, mind you, we have both been watching the show since it very first aired October 31st. And we were huge fans of the show. Some people are more trivia oriented than we are, but yeah, we are fans of the show. So, but anyway, I was like flabbergasted. My jaw hit the ground. So I immediately contacted her, and she was mad at me because I got on the show.
That
Yeah.
you got it, and yeah.
So it was a 4-day shot the very first day. So this was for episode 9, or this was for season 9. And it was a 4-day shot. And so I went out for the first 3 days. I came home at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, exhausted on day 3. And she was like, "Oh, by the way, I'm going to be on the show Monday with y'all." And I'm like, "All right." So we all got to be on the show, you know, and
That is awesome.
it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of work. It was very hot, very muggy, but yeah, it was a lot of fun.
That's what we hear. We had a savior on last week, and we also had Michael Cudlitz on the show, and yeah, everyone says the same thing. Working in the Georgia sun, it's just horrific. It's horrific. So let's get to the. You said you were in season 9. Is that
Right.
correct?
And I'm in
Okay.
this season. I'm in season 10 as well. Yes,
Okay,
I'm in
that's
both.
what I wanted
We're
to
in both
clarify.
seasons.
Well, I'm
Well,
in 9.
Both.
Sorry, she's in season 9. I'm in season 9 and 10. I'm in a couple episodes through season 10.
Okay. Now, as far as your character right now on the show, is that over with? Like your background whisperer, as far as you know?
I don't know. I really don't know. And even if I did
Okay.
know, I wouldn't be able to say anything. Because we
I
we
hear
signed
you.
a contract.
I hear you.
So, but
Yep, those non-disclosure
but
agreements.
I mean,
All right.
as far as I know, I think I probably, because I was an unmasked whisperer and most of those battle scenes were masked. So I'm not sure why they ever masked me, but I was the butcher at the camp, so I was carving up the hog and stuff, and we were, myself and another whisperer gave Negan the meat, and then Beta gets in there and throws him down and stuff. So a lot of those other people, like I wasn't a regular whisperer, so some of those other people were regular whisperers. So they would be called regularly, but they would give them different masks, different outfits, so they can kind of cycle through them pretty quickly. So for me, go ahead.
Oh no, go on.
So for me, I think I had a unique enough look that they wanted me to be unmasked all the time. So, I'm hoping that I show up, as a refugee, a war refugee or something, one of the camps or something, kind of like what the Saviors did. I'm kind of hoping that I get to work, some more next, for season 11. I heard some pretty cool stuff, so I want to see that.
Yeah. And the way you agreed to be on our show is through our mutual friend, Kimmy, on Instagram, Kimmy121964, who's great. She's one of our producers. And when she started sending me the pictures, I was just fascinated that you were not only were you a whisperer, you were an unmasked whisperer. And that's like one of the dream jobs, you know what I'm saying? Anybody can be there on the screen, and you'll have to really convince them, that's me behind that mask. But you guys are unmasked. I think that's fabulous. And we have a whole bunch of picture guys that we're going to be showing here, that a lot of pictures of them once we get discussing a little bit about the show and their roles on the show. So, Sarah, compared to Wes, did you guys were on the set at the same time? Were you on at different times? How did that work out?
We were there together on his fourth day. So it was
the big camp scene.
It was the big camp scene, and we were unmasked for the whole day that we were there. And we started out as zombies, in a field walking around, and they were trying to herd us and keep us together. So we were just kind of meandering around in a circle form.
It was a really, really deep, way deep shot. So they needed some walkers, and we got picked to be walkers. So we got to be a walker for an hour.
Now, were you whisperer walkers or real?
No,
walkers?
There was no distinction. We were told we were walkers, so we had to act like we were walkers out in the field. But we were so far out in the shot, you could barely see us walking around. It's actually the scene where they take a body out and feed them. You could see us before that. You could see us walking around and stuff.
That is so cool. So we have a question from a viewer. This is from Instagram user Seaworth99 from Instagram. He wants to know what was it like working with the great Ryan Hurst, and how much interaction did you have with Ryan Hurst?
Ryan's awesome. He's a beast. Let me just say that. He is huge. But he is a teddy bear, man. He is amazing. He kind of was quiet to most of us most of the day, and he had a lot going on in his mind. We had a lot of scenes we had to do. Yeah, but when he did have any interactions with us, he was great, and we absolutely adore him. He's awesome.
And we're going to get to some pictures that you have sent me of you guys in cosplay, doing the costumes and stuff. And both of you in full costume, it is hard to distinguish between the real beta and alpha and you guys. And I'm not just saying that. Especially you, Samantha. Sarah, you. So, I was going to call you Samantha Morton.
Sorry, I get it all the time.
Because you look just like her. And, I'm going to show you guys this picture. We're going to get to it very shortly. But I'm like, wow. I know that's you guys. But especially you, Sarah, you can totally pass for alpha. You could have been a stand-in for her while she's wearing the mask.
They were looking for someone with a shaved head at one point, and I was like, I'll do it. And I signed up for it, but I never got picked. But
okay, so you would have shaved your head.
Yeah, I was going to, yeah.
Okay, why not?
I know.
It grows back.
That's
well, for some.
Absolutely. That's a once in a lifetime thing. So that's with Ryan Hurst. Now, how about interaction with actually Alpha, Samantha Morton? Any interaction there?
We did. You had a run-in with her.
So I had a really interesting run-in with her. So it was a night.
Do
It
tell.
was a night scene, and it was actually the scene where I don't know if you guys remember in season 9 where they first introduce the Whisperer camp, and we have Henry, right? Yeah, Henry captured, and Alpha is telling Lydia to kill him, right? So all of us,
I remember that very
all
well.
of us Whisperers are kind of standing around. There's actually, I forgot to send it to you. I'm sorry, but there's actually a behind the scenes shot that never made it to the show where you can see us all in the woods, lined up in the background. Well, anyway, we're all out there, and we had been there since 5 a.m. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning now. We're exhausted. So it's probably 98 degrees with 100 degree, humidity. So we're dying out there. And so they would bring us waters, and we couldn't have waters while we're on set. So I quickly drank part of my water, and they started calling rolling. And so we're trying to get rid of our water bottles, and I go run into a PA, and he was like, yeah, just around the corner there's one. Go around this. It was her hovel. Go around there, and I go running around there. There was a trash can there, and there was Samantha Morton, and she was eating. And she was trying to get the food in her before she could get back to the scene, because it was like it's rush, right? So, and she was just like, I was like, oh, I'm so sorry, we're not really supposed to talk to him, but I was like, oh, I'm so sorry, because I about ran her over, and she just, she was wonderful. She started, telling me, thank you for being here. This is her dream, is to be on this show. She's loved the show since it ever started. And then they were like, Sam, we need you. So I was like, okay, we'll talk later. We took off.
So Samantha Morton was a big fan of the show before she was even on it.
Was.
Oh, that's good info right there. That's amazing. That's a great story. So we know that Negan's character, played by Jeffrey Dean Morgan, did not actually make it into the Whisperers until this season that we're on now, season 10. So the next question comes from Aaron Carroll on YouTube. Did you have any interaction with J.D. Morgan, and if so, what was that like?
Yeah, I did have. I've had several interactions with him. It was the scene where he was like, bring the extra long tape measure. That scene, we're all kind of, I was still doing the butcher scene and stuff, and he comes walking up. But anyway, he had a flight that he had to catch. And let me just say, he does not break character, or he actually talks like Negan the whole time.
That's just him.
That's the way he talks. Yeah. He was complaining about, because we had to keep cutting because of planes flying over, and he was like, let's get this show on the road. But I'm telling you, he was awesome. He was amazing. He was one of the friendliest guys I've ever met. He would basically give his shirt off his back for you. He was awesome.
And that's what he seems like, if anybody that watches in with the Morgans and they get to see, him, he's a very charismatic person. And he's just like the kind of guy that you would love to go out and have a beer with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You would have a blast with him. And it's great. So, next person this is my question. Cassidy Mclean. What was she like? She seems like a very bubbly, fun young woman to be around.
Extremely bubbly. She's full of energy.
Oh my gosh.
The scene where we were at the camp, both of us were at the camp. She was actually, as you've seen, we're both like right behind her. She's just on the other side of the tree after they decapitated the traitor. She was in front of us the whole time. She was dancing, and she'd turn around and sing, and she I don't know where she gets the energy from, but she was a ball of energy the whole time.
Youth.
Yes.
Yes. Dude, that's great.
She's super sweet. She loves to hug everybody, and she's super sweet.
Yeah, one of our producers, Saz from the UK, she sent us a whole bunch of pics at a Walker Stalker convention, and there was a ton of pics of her with Cassidy, and Cassidy's just going around giving everybody hugs and kisses, and always a smile on her face. And yeah, I'd love to have all the other cast members on the show, but I would love to have Cassidy Mclean on this show. She just seems like just such a fun person to talk
She's
to.
lovely.
You know
Oh
what I
yeah,
mean?
she's amazing. Yeah.
So besides, the Alpha, Beta, and Lydia, did you guys have any other interactions with any of the other regular characters on the show?
I had a few run-ins with Daryl. Uh,
Okay.
there was a time where we're all sitting. It was a small group of us sitting in one of our catering tents, waiting to go to set, and I had my back towards my back was facing the entrance to the tent, and he comes walking through, and everybody else is just staring away, and I have no idea what's going on. And he actually put his hand on my shoulder and was like, "Hey guys, how's everybody doing?" And then of course the PA is like, "All right, everybody over here. He's got an interview to do." So that was kind of cool. And then there was I probably shouldn't say this, but there was one time where we're all out in the woods, and it's really early morning, and he gets wrapped and he's walking through, and he kind of tripped on a stump or a root or something in the road, and I'm leaning up against a tree, trying not to fall asleep, and he looks over at me and he's like, "You didn't see that," and he just kept walking on. I mean,
Were you the only witness?
I
Were you
was the only person there, because I was like way in the background, because they'll cycle us around so that way you can't see the same person, and I was way in the background for a shadow, and he was just like, "You didn't see that," and I was like, "I didn't, sir. No, I sure didn't."
I love that. I love that. I love those kind of stories. Now, before we go any further, I want to tell what Wesley and Sarah have agreed to do for you guys, our viewers. They are going to be holding a little trivia for you guys a little bit later on in the show. And I'm going to have them do the trivia question and all that. But just to let you guys know, the prize is going to be a custom made mask by them. Okay? It's I can tell you two of them are like these special COVID masks, and the third one, you guys will get your chance to pick which one you want, whether it's a COVID mask, and the other option is going to be part of the trivia that I can't reveal to you right now, but Wesley will. So please stick around. You guys see those masks lined up behind them? They are all custom made by Wesley and Sarah. Beautiful work, a handcrafted, unique. When these are not some $20 cheap Amazon Halloween costumes. These come directly start from scratch, from molds, and we're going to get to a whole bunch of pictures that I'm going to show you guys. So that is just very cool. Our viewer on YouTube, Summer, she's like, "What? That is so cool." A lot of floating love hearts coming up on Instagram. Just as soon as I mentioned that contest, that is very generous of you guys. This was not my idea, guys. This was all their idea. And I was like, wow. Wow. And that is just such a cool prize. So let's move on. We'll take two more questions, and then I want to show you the pics off to our viewers. Hunter Blind on YouTube. I guess we'll start with Sarah first. So Sarah, how many total episodes did you appear in?
Just one on The Walking Dead. Yes.
Just one.
I've been in
Okay, and we have
in other background, tons of other shows, but just one for Walking Dead.
I do want to find out about those other shows, and we're going to get to that. And I do have a picture of you on The Walking Dead and who you were. So Wesley, how about you? How many total episodes have you been in?
I was in, I believe, 2 in season 9, and I think 5 in season 10.
Okay. Now we have a question. Now I'm pretty sure I know the answer to this because you guys came in well after. But one of our viewers, Danielle Nieves, wants to know: did you see Andrew Lincoln at all? I'm pretty
No,
sure no.
No,
He was
gone.
long
no,
gone.
yeah, he was gone.
He was
Yeah.
long gone. Yeah, yeah. But that was a question from one of our viewers. Actually, one more question here. Glazy Boy Spence on Instagram wants to know what was it like. Well, they want to know what was it like wearing the mask all day. But you guys were not a mask
No.
whisperers.
No, but
No, we were covered in mud and
yeah.
grease.
So, but just because of our cosplay, I completely
Yeah,
feel
we wear
how they were
these all day
because
long.
we wear these. So, Sarah does the
Yeah.
alpha and I do a beta. So,
And it's hot.
And we're gonna get to that. I can't wait to show off that picture of you guys. And you know what? Without any further delay, let's look at some pictures so you guys can view exactly. I'm gonna screen share this Skype screen. So give me 1 second so you guys were all looking at the same thing here. And let me find it. Here we go. Okay, I'll start sharing. So you guys, if you look on your Skype thing, you'll be sharing the screen. Pictures here, okay? So here's the first one. Okay, here is Jeffrey Dean Morgan sitting next to the masked whisperer who's handing him food. And Wesley is the person right behind Jeffrey's head. He's the butcher. He's the butcher whisperer right behind J.D. Morgan's head. So that's shot number 1. And in this shot, Wesley, you have Beta, played by Ryan Hurst, standing right in front of you. So that's our first shot. Just while we're on this shot, is this the only night scene that you shot, Wesley?
I sent you one that in your emails. There's another one where it's when they're all in line, and Negan gets thrown on the ground by Beta, and you can see me standing there. Yeah, that's the only night shot that I sent you. I've got a couple others where you could see me in other shots, but I didn't send them to you.
I've got all the ones you sent me all lined up here. So let's go to the next picture. So here's another shot right here with Jeffrey Dean Morgan. And
yep, that's the one I was talking about. Yeah,
that's the one. So that's you. Is that Lydia to your left?
No. Lydia is not in her camp. No.
Okay, so what we have here is Negan and Beta to the right. And what is it that you're looking over? What is that stuff on the ground?
It's actually a pork. It's actually a roasted hog.
Wow.
And they actually did cook it out.
Yeah, we cooked 2 of them. Actually, we didn't cook it. It was a barbecue place cooked it for us. So there's a line behind them. I don't know if you can tell, but Negan comes walking up and he's trying to get a ration of pork, and that's when Beta throws him to the ground. So, and there's a little, scuffle that goes on there. But yes, it's real pork. It was a real pig that I'm like cutting up and like pulling, meat out of it. Now they cut all the entails out and all that, but it was just the pork part that, the actual roasted meat.
Yeah, from the picture here, it looks like all that's left over is just bones. So I guess the whisperers were very hungry.
They were. Yeah.
All right, let's get to the next picture here. Okay, so there we are again. I love this shot. We have, that's the back of Alpha's head. We have Beta, and then we have Lydia off to the back. And then we have you right behind Lydia between those 2 trees. So, so this is when Beta, now remind me, this is when Beta presents Alpha. What did this guy do wrong again?
It was the traitors.
The
It was the
lady.
and they were challenging Alpha's her lead, and this is the scene they just cut her head off.
Wow.
I'm back there too. I'm back in the woods, but you can't see me in the shot.
I remember now. So that's what Alpha is holding. That's that guy's wife's head.
Yep.
That I totally remember this scene right now. I had a mind fart there for a second. Okay, so you have Lydia right in front of you, And then we have Beta, Alpha, and that's Wesley in the back. So let's get to the next one. So here's Sarah. Sarah,
Yes.
you're the whisperer that is right between the trees in the back.
Yeah, right in the middle.
Yeah.
Right in the middle. Yep. So that's Sarah. She is in the middle between the two trees. And of course, we have Alpha right there talking to one of her whisperers who looks just terrified to be facing Alpha in this shot. Just
That's the woman that gets her head cut off.
Okay. That makes sense. So she has every reason to be terrified.
Yep.
So now I want to show you guys a picture of Wesley and Sarah dressed up in costume. Now take a look at this picture, guys, and tell me if they would not be perfect as doubles for Beta and Alpha. This shot is phenomenal. I love this picture, especially Sarah. I mean, you look just like Samantha Morton dressed up as Alpha.
Thank you.
I mean,
yeah, it takes
amazing.
a lot to kind of, hunch over like that.
Yeah. And our viewer, Summer Springer, says, you look exactly like them. Nerdiest Geek on Instagram writes, that is amazing. Guys are sending you hugs. I'm just looking over the chats. I know we have our producers monitoring them, but I wanted to relay some of them too. Yeah, you guys are just getting lots of love from all over the place. Now, how often do you guys do this cosplay?
We haven't done it a whole lot this year, but last year we were doing it quite a bit. We went to
DragonCon. We did the parade.
We do a lot of conventions and stuff. We live close to Sonoy, so we go to Sonoy a lot and walk around downtown Sonoy, have interactions with fans and stuff.
We'll go to Abraham's Army store
Yep.
and
do photo ops and stuff down there with him and a couple of the other area cosplayers and stuff.
I mean, how fun is that? I mean, I'm looking at this, and this is just, it looks like you guys, minus just, I guess, the uncomfort level of having to be dressed up for that amount of time, especially if it's really hot outside. Just share with us on how much fun do you guys have doing this?
Oh, it's a blast.
Oh my gosh.
So, I mean, the thing is, like, we'll walk somewhere and we can't take more than 5 feet without everybody wanting to take pictures and stuff. But we love it. I mean, it's just the interaction with the fans and stuff.
Yeah, it's a whole other world.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, our producer.
Love that we get.
Oh, go on. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off there. Marko, our producer, wants me to ask you if the guns and knives are real.
My blades are real. She actually has a knife that's identical to the one from the show. We do have which is real, but we do have fake knives as well that we take. Her gun is fake. It is a modified toy gun that I heavily modified and painted to make it look realistic.
It looks very real from the pictures. Now, these costumes from the masks, which I'm sure those are your guys' masks.
Yep.
But the whole costumes, what you're wearing, is that something that you guys bought, put together, or did you buy it already pre-made?
Okay, we'll start with my outfit.
Yeah.
So my outfit, it's pretty much all Goodwill clothes that we got. And we, I'm wearing 3 different shirts. And Wes made the gold.
The belt buckle, the Infinity belt buckle.
He made that out of resin.
I cast it in resin. But so what I would do is I would take screenshots from the show and try to remember, because I was making this when we were not filming. So I was trying to remember as much as I possibly can from when I was on set, as well as taking screenshots and stuff like that. So when we came out with our first rendition of, this is like version 2. Version 1 is a little different, but we took screenshots, and I am like really awful with this. I would like analyze every square centimeter of the photo and try to get it as perfectly detailed as I possibly could.
The detail is amazing.
Thank you. So that's her second mask, which we have here.
Wow.
This is the second mask. This is real human hair that we buy and hand punch each one individually. So this is the second time I'd ever made a mask. My beta mask, oh no, this is the third time I've ever made a mask. Yeah. My beta mask, this one here, is the second mask that I'd ever made. And this is before I started doing molding and stuff like that. So you can kind of see it's really textured and stuff like that. And basically what it was is I had a head cast of myself, and then I would take and basically smear the latex over top of it, and then smear it around with a something to get texture. And then I started doing the clay and stuff like that. So we can come to our newest one. Is this one here? If I can get
hybrid, the very famous hybrid.
So this one I actually cast. I actually did the clay sculpt and then casted it. So it's got a lot more detail. It retained its detail. And this one actually is interchangeable. I can take the alpha skin off and wear it 3 different ways. Now I just finished this one up this morning. We just finished the hair punch.
This is fascinating.
These are held in by magnets. So you can wear it like where he's got his skin ripped off. You can wear it with that. Or you got the one where he did do the repair before he got the alpha skin. And they're held in by magnets, and they just go together and get it on there.
That is just absolutely phenomenal right there.
Got a couple different hooks.
Look at that, guys. Look at that, guys. Wow. I had the picture on. Can you just re-show that alpha mask again? Because I didn't have you guys on video. I apologize for that. I want them to see a close-up of the alpha mask.
And actually, I'm going to show you the mold, and I'm going to demold an alpha mask because I don't have any finished of version 3. This is the last version. So this one I actually sculpted and then took the latex and went over top of it. I didn't have a cast. This one was before I started that process. So I did lose a lot of the texture when I made this one, but this is like her favorite mask. She loves this one. She'll eventually wear one of the new ones, but I've sold several of the new ones, and she likes this one the best. So, but let me pull out the new one. I can show you what it looks like.
Absolutely, absolutely. This is fascinating stuff.
So
I'm amazed. I mean, the craftsmanship.
This is a mother mold.
Wow.
So I'm going to demold this for you guys. I've started a little bit, but normally I would take actually I need the baby powder. Isn't Jacob over there? That's all right. So this is pulled fresh out of the mold.
Wow.
And I would need to trim up the flashings and stuff like that, but this is fresh out of a mold.
And then the painting and all that.
And then I would paint it,
stuff.
punch hair, but this one has a lot more of the texture. It retains a lot more of that texture. And then in the back, I actually have it like this gets trimmed out, so that way people can adjust it more to their size. And when they pull those seams together, it can get tight.
I'm seriously, I'm gonna buy one from you guys. I am. I'm not kidding. I'm gonna buy one for you guys, and I'm gonna keep it a secret, and I'm gonna scare the shit out of my family. I've got 3 teenagers, and I'm gonna just come up on them, and I'm gonna scare the crap out of them. All right, so actually, I have more pictures of the mask to show. But before we do that, I want to have some shots here of some of your other roles there, Wesley. So this is you on the show Cobra Kai.
Yep.
Playing a cop. And then we also have you from one of my other favorite shows, Stranger Things. This is from the previous season on Stranger Things. You were part of that Russian hit squad. You're the one on the left with the red striped jacket. Yeah.
I look a little different, but yeah, that's me.
So, I love Stranger Things. I do want to ask you a couple of questions. If you guys have any questions about Stranger Things as well, we don't have much time, and there's just so much to talk about. We're trying to squeeze everything into an hour show. But how much time did you spend on the set for Stranger Things?
That was a couple months. I was there for a few months. The thing was, like, a lot of the stuff we did got cut, but I was there for a while. I was one of the features on that, so that was a tough one.
Okay, Marko wants to know the beard that you have. How long did it take you to grow that out?
Since Stranger Things, since I stopped filming Stranger Things.
Okay. So I got to assume that
about a year and a half.
So I got to assume that the beard is there for the beta cosplay.
Yep.
Okay, that's awesome. Okay,
I actually had a beard before the Stranger Things, and they actually wanted me to keep the beard. One of the duffers said yes, the other duffer said no, and then next thing I know, I'm getting my beard shaved off. So,
how involved? Speaking of the Duffer Brothers, how involved are they with the everyday shoot-to-shoot?
They are for every shot. They are there. They're watching the video of the dailies of every shot. Their hands are in every cookie jar on that show.
Okay, now I don't think you had any scenes that intersected with Winona Ryder. Winona Ryder, goes back to way back, but did you actually get to meet her?
I did. My very first day going to set, I was told to go meet and get fitted for my costume. And now, Stranger Things was my second show I'd ever been on. Walking Dead was my first. Stranger Things was my second. So I'm completely lost. Don't know where to go. I asked the security guard where I need to go. They're already all in production, already filming and stuff. So I got kind of bounced around from place to place. And then finally, guy told me to go see those 2 ladies standing there at this trailer. And I was like, yeah. And he was like, go talk to that gentleman over there. So I go and I'm standing behind them, and the one's wearing a really big sun hat, and she turns around and it happens to be Winona. So I was like, I was just, my jaw dropped. I was like, I'm a huge fan of Winona too.
I mean, I don't know about you, but for me, growing up and just seeing Winona Ryder, when she was a very, very young actress, and just seeing her being so great on Stranger Things, I don't know. It has a lot of, it brings back a lot of memories for me, and seeing her, from way back.
Beetlejuice,
yeah. Now here's my question. I wish we had more time. Now, is it any different shooting a show that is aired on cable TV, like The Walking Dead on AMC, as opposed to shooting a show that is made for Netflix?
Nope, they're all pretty much the same.
No difference. They're pretty much. That's what I assumed. But we are 40 minutes in, and I want to give our viewers a chance. So, Wes, I'm going to hand it over to you. You will do the trivia exactly any way you want to do it. So the mic is all yours.
All right. So
guys, listen up here.
So the trivia is, it's what mask am I making next? And I'm just going to give you a little hint. This is a face mask. It's just like the other 2 COVID masks. There's a zombie one, and this one back here if you want to grab that one, Sarah, and show. But this one's a little different. This one's going to be made out of silicone versus the latex. So I'm going to start turning this around and see if you guys can figure out what it is as I turn it around. So the first person to get it right wins the mask. So,
all right, so we have our producers monitoring the chats. Now, please, guys, this is don't call. This is a chat. So whoever chats in the right answer first is the winner, and they get to pick any one of the 3 masks that they want. So go ahead, Wes.
all right. So it's half carved. I've only done half of it. The rest will be done.
Okay.
There's a side shot of it. Anybody guess it yet?
Well, let's keep it there for a little while and see if anybody guesses it. And let's go on to some more pictures. I just wanted to start it. So, you know, there are answers coming in. None of them are the right one. But let's see if the guys guess. So let's look at some pictures. And to Marko and Sass, who are monitoring the chats, whoever guesses the right one first, please send it over to me right away. Look at some more pictures. More mask pictures, actually. So here is the hybrid, again, of you. Oh, am I still sharing the screen with you guys? Let me see. Yeah, can you guys still see the screen share on Skype? Yep, so there's you wearing the hybrid alpha beta mask. We have guesses coming in from Lydia, Alpha. Those are not correct.
We can give a hint.
You want to give
it? It's not Walking Dead related.
Okay, so Wes has given a hint. It is not Walking Dead related. So that's a big hint to lead you guys away from the Walking Dead. Hunter Blind's like Freddy Krueger. No, it's not Freddy Krueger. Now, this hybrid, I just want to make sure. Did you hear about the blooper that they actually did on the show itself? Now, when Alpha got decapitated and Beta took her head, you remember how Beta put her down by sticking the knife into the side of her head?
Mm-hmm.
In the show, it's missing the entry wound for her face mask. Is missing the entry wound of that knife. And it was on the show. They missed it as well. And it was just some fans that reported it, caught onto it, and it got blasted all over the place. That it's missing the knife wound where Beta actually puts down Alpha's head. So let's go back to you guys. I'm gonna have you flip it around some more. We have Ghost Rider, Two-Face, Krueger, Punisher, Hatchet. Nope. Keep guessing, guys. We're getting to the part. Bane is another thing. It's not Bane. So whoever guesses first gets his kick-ass mask, man. This is the best prize we have had on Dead Talk since we began. So, do you want to leave it there for a while and we go to some more pictures? Okay, we'll leave it there. So now you have about 3/4 of the face to guess. No, it's not Mad Max. Whoa! We have a winner.
Yeah, it looks like Hunter.
We have a winner.
Hunter Blind.
Guys, wait, hold on. It is Hunter. Hunter Blind is the winner on YouTube. He guessed it. Predator. Hunter, congratulations. Man, we had 2 of them that came in very close on Instagram. We actually do have a clock timer to see who was coming in first. I'm trying to find the person who guessed it because we have all these guesses that were coming up at the same time, but we did get someone just afterwards that said Predator on Instagram as well. So Hunter, congratulations, you just won an amazing prize.
Yep, so you can pick this one
So you can, yeah, show them which ones you can pick
This one
from.
here, or the zombie one. I think you got a couple pictures of the finished products too, because I don't have the finished zombie
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Or you could pick the
Yep.
Predator one. The Predator will be a silicone.
Yeah, so you can pick either those two COVID masks or the Predator one. Now, me personally, Hunter, I'm not trying to persuade you in either one way or another, but I'll be damned if I'm letting that Predator mask go. As a Predator fan, I am going for that Predator mask. So, Hunter, on the screen there, you see Wesley's contact information. Is it okay, Wes,
Yes.
if Hunter contacts you
Yeah.
after? Yeah. So after the show, Hunter, please contact Wesley, and you guys can work out the arrangements on how to get you that mask, and you can tell him which one you pick, and we'll go from there. So congratulations, Hunter Blind on YouTube is our winner tonight. So stuff.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. So let's show some more of these masks here. So let's talk about this one right here. What's the background on this one?
That's just it was just a crazy idea. I had to do like a zombie style face mask. With this COVID stuff that was going around, I wanted something a little different. It's fully lined with cotton on the inside, and then there's paracords that actually go around and like secure it up around your head. There's those two. There's that one, and then the other one that's kind of goldish color. But yeah, I mean, I just wanted something that, looked kind of cool.
Now, do you have a mold for this? Like, let's say somebody wants to order this. Is that possible?
Yes.
Okay.
I have a mold for every one that I make. I have a mold. So, and they're actually going to be limited quantities. I only got, I think I'm only going to do like 10 of each. So I've got five of the zombie ones, because those are the newest ones, and I only got 2 of the other one left. So, but I can always pour more if I need to, and make a few more if I need to.
I love this because right under the skin, you can actually see the muscle of, where the skin is missing, just behind the jaw. The detail is fascinating. I love the detail to these masks. So let's go on to the next one here. So this is one of those COVID masks you were talking about?
Yes.
Yes. So this is a close-up of the COVID mask. This is totally cool. And one of our viewers, one of the guesses that was coming in was Bane. When I initially saw this picture, I totally thought of Bane from The Dark Knight Rises, the third Batman movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's very similar looking to what Bane wears. Let's get to the next one. And is this the same mask with someone wearing it? Okay.
Yes, that's actually Sarah wearing it. And those I do in different color combinations and stuff. So you can get different colors.
And this is an actual, fully functional, COVID mask, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
Perfect.
You can add your own filters.
You can put a filter in it if you wanted to. Yeah.
Wow. Imagine walking into the supermarket with that, guys.
I do. I wear one every day.
Yeah.
I would love to walk into the supermarket with that thing on. So here's your hybrid, the alpha side of the beta alpha mask. I love. What do you use for the stitching here to combine the two?
It's actually a very soft, pliable metal that I actually use, because he uses guitar string. And that was probably the closest I could use that could be glued in.
More like staples.
It looks like a staple, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's a very, very soft, pliable metal.
Yep. Hunter Blind on YouTube says the hybrid one is the best one. He loves the hybrid one. That is very, very cool. I love this.
And they are, and those can be for. I mean, I do sell them.
Yes.
I just started selling those. So
we have people asking for prices, guys. If you're interested in for prices, I have their contact information up this whole time. I'll bring it up again. Please contact them directly. And I can tell you from what Kimmy has told me, in my opinion, the prices for these masks are ridiculously cheap. I would put them valued-wise when I first saw them and before I heard some of your prices. I would have put the price at double at what you were asking for. But if you guys want to know the price on which particular mask, please contact Wesley or Sarah, and they'll be more than happy to help you out. Is that right, guys?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So this next one is the same COVID mask again here, correct?
Yep. It's just done in the gold. Yeah.
Yep. So this next picture is the picture that I love. This is your IMDb picture, which is the basically "don't mess with me" picture. I had to put this picture up. This is your IMDb picture, and yeah, this is the kind of guy, if you see him in a bar, it looks just like Ryan Hurst and Beta. Yeah, you stay far away from them. Don't want to mess with them. So that is awesome. Let's go back to our video screen here. So this is their contact information. Their shop, it's an Etsy shop. It's etsy.com/shop/whale of stuff. That's a direct link to their shop. And Wesley's Facebook page is facebook.com/betamaxtwd. Wesley's Instagram is instagram.com, again, /betamaxtwd. Sarah, I apologize. I didn't get confirmation if you were going to be on with us or not.
That's all right.
And again, we're dealing with some very limited real estate on Instagram. But I will post Sarah's contact information as well. So now, Sarah, let's go. We only have several minutes left. So besides The Walking Dead, Sarah, what other stuff have you been on?
I was on the show The Resident about 5 or 6 different times as a patient.
Excellent.
I was also a prisoner on the show as well, when they did like a female prison scene.
Legacies?
I was on Legacies. I was one of the FEMA doctors on Legacies.
Jumanji?
I was on the movie Jumanji when they filmed in Noonan. It was the second one with The Rock. So it would be basically the third one, but it's the second one with The Rock.
Okay, cool.
And we both were in a movie, Hillbilly LG.
A Ron Howard movie.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I heard of that. I definitely heard of that.
With Amy Adams, yeah.
So it was me and Amy Adams in a scene together. So
Ron Howard's a legend. You actually
get to
know him?
We were really close with him, and it was a lot of fun. He is super nice.
He's a brilliant director. Brilliant mind for Hollywood. And I'm sure nobody remembers that he got his start all the way back in Happy Days, way back when he was just a young kid. But that's an amazing lineup. So you guys acted together
in a couple things, yeah.
Together.
Yes.
You guys were stuff together.
And we did a movie with Chris Pratt
called Ghost Draft. Well, now it's called the Tomorrow War.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, Chris Pratt.
Yes.
That's
awesome. we had a lot of good times with Chris Pratt. We were I was standing right next to him in one scene.
I'm in a few scenes with him.
Mm-hmm. So we got some really close contact with him. And he's a terrific guy.
Yeah, I'm just looking at all the chats and everybody's admiring the work that you guys do. And
we're very lucky. We're very lucky.
Marko wants to know if Ron Howard shoots his film in sequential order. I don't know why Marko is that. I asked that, but I guess he must have heard something. So Marko's
I think it is. I think it was in sequential order. I believe it is. Yeah, because not all of them are, but yeah, I think he did do it in sequential order. And really, I mean, you can't really. It really depends on location and the time of the day and how they can get those shots in. But yeah, I think most of his stuff is done in sequential order. You know, Walking Dead normally is, except for when they have people leaving.
Okay, yeah. I heard that. We had, like I said, a savior Marko is going on to say he is one of the few directors that actually does film in sequential order. So that's what prompted Marko to ask that question. Xander is on YouTube, wants to know how is it working on the set together? How is your guys' interaction on the set when you're on a show or a movie together?
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, we play off of each other a lot.
And a lot of times we don't do scenes together.
Yeah, sometimes they'll split us up.
Yeah, he'll be off doing another scene, and I may be back sitting and holding for a couple hours. And then I'll go off and do my scenes, whatever they need me to do, and then he'll come back and sit for a while. So sometimes we don't even see each other for a little while.
Yeah.
But we have a lot of fun.
Do you guys... Oh, go on.
Yeah, we have a lot of fun. We have a lot of friends, and we all just kind of sit and hang out together. And so it's one great big hangout party.
Sometimes.
Oh, that is so. Now, do the other cast members know that you two are married?
Well,
I mean, is that...
We don't really deal with cast members a whole lot. So, I mean, we don't
really matter.
Yeah, we don't usually say anything.
It doesn't. Yeah.
They'll stick us wherever they need us.
Exactly. Well, that is so cool. Guys, we are really out of time here. I have so many more questions, but like I said, we're out of time. You two are amazing. Please, guys, you have their contact information up there. Their Etsy shop, again, this is for our podcast viewers. We don't have video. It's etsy.com/shop/whale-of-stuff. Wesley's Facebook is facebook.com/betamaxtwd. The same betamaxtwd name for Instagram as well. Guys, I want to thank you so much for being on this show. You have been fabulous. It's been a privilege to talk to you. Your work is fascinating. I am going to be ordering a mask from you very soon. And I would love to see that finished Predator mask. So Wesley and Sarah, when it's done, please send me a picture of it, because I'm a little torn up. Personally, I don't want a beta mask. I want a full face mask. So I'm more leaning towards that Walker mask you did with the mouth half ripped off. I think that's one of my favorites, or the Predator mask. I think that's going to look just phenomenal when it's done, and I can't wait to see it.
Well, just keep an eye on our shop. I'm going to be adding stuff to it. I don't even have the hybrid mask on there yet, so but I'll be adding more stuff to it. So
absolutely, you guys have been amazing. It's been an honor to talk to you. I want to thank all of our viewers for joining in tonight and asking your questions. Thank you, Wesley. Thank you, Sarah. It's been an honor. Everybody take care. Please go to our YouTube page, which is Walking Dead Now, and subscribe to our video. You can see this video and all of our prior broadcasts. It's been an honor. Again, I just can't stop saying it. It's been really an honor to talk to you guys and just to see your work. And I think it's great that you guys, coming from a married man male, you guys get to work together. And I think that's just great. And I love to see that. Thank you so much to everyone watching. Till tomorrow, guys, stay well.